My Lords, this group of amendments is like some sort of dream list that any environment bill worthy of its name should contain, and so I very much hope the government will listen to all noble lords on this. I'm only going to speak on two particular amendments. First of all, I signed Noble Lord Teverson's amendment on marine, and he explained it extremely well, and all I can say in less parliamentary language is it is plain daft not to include it. How can you not include another biosphere that is so important, not only, of course, in fishing and other things, but also generally in the well-being of everybody who ever goes down to the seaside. I'd like to speak specifically on my Amendment 32, which is about the controversial issue of reducing meat and dairy consumption. Now, I eat both, so I'm well aware of how difficult it is, but I have tailored my diet to reduce substantially my intake. And I've also tabled this amendment because it was a clear recommendation from the Climate Change Committee to make a significant reduction in our carbon footprint. Now, sadly, and proving yet again the inadequacy of the scrutiny bodies in having any binding power over the government, the recommendations have been ignored. Farming accounts for 12% of greenhouse gas emissions in the UK, and as Lord Deben said in publishing the committee's report, changing the way we use our land is critical to delivering the UK's net zero target. And looking globally, the UN predicts that global red meat consumption will double by 2050, and this will be a disaster for the climate and ecology. Animal husbandry can be part of the solution to climate change. As good practice, grass-fed livestock can be an important part of building soil health and sequestering carbon, but the levels of meat in our Western diets that are currently demanded are simply incompatible with these sustainable practices. So it's actually time for the government to be quite brave and bold and start facing up to this reality. And the Prime Minister should use his political capital, however much he has left, to begin this conversation and start this road to a more sustainable diet. It will be a test. Is he really the skilled communicator that he and his allies believe? And if so, I'd like to set him the challenge, persuading the public that modifying our diets is an important step towards net zero.